Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of In the Nude.
You are now listening to In the Nude.
As you can see, I am in a very different location. It's not permanent, but it is beautiful all the same. I am in St. Lucia currently, celebrating my 30th birthday. Your girl is 30. Yes, I know, I don't look it. But no, I am 30. I turned 30 on October. And this has honestly probably been one of my best birthdays, like genuinely being able to come into such a beautiful space. Oh, sorry guys, you don't see me. Whew, yeah, it is hot. Very, very hot. But no, coming into a space like St. Lucia, the solitude of where I'm staying, because I'm currently in an Airbnb, but head to my personal YouTube channel if you would like to see the vlog of that, which should shortly be up. Yeah, your girl is vlogging crazy, right? But no, yes, into a place of solitude because I felt like I needed that. I think the time away from In the Nude, which was unintentional, honestly, I sort of slipped into a hole of which I really wanted to find out on this trip why it kind of kept happening. And it's been able to unlock that in certain ways. The timing has been able to give me the space I needed from like outside voices, inside voices, and really sit back and think about my life and where I want it to go and how it's being led and what I need to do to be more intentional about the spaces that I'm in and the people that I'm surrounded by. But yes, speaking of people I am surrounded by, how are my lovely nudists? We gotta do a check-in. I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are feeling more mentally. I hope you guys are feeling in the same mental space as I am now, feeling a renewed sense. If you aren't, please take that time to figure out what's going on with yourself. Just give yourself a little space, not too much space from everyone, but just a little time to take a time out. But yes, turning 30. She turned 30. 30, baby, 30. 30 was daunting. 30 was daunting. I was very worried about turning 30, and I don't know if this is a general feeling for most people who are going into their 30s. Some people are like, oh yeah, it's going to be the best decade of your life. Others are like, oh, they are worried about it. And I think I fell more on the worried side. I started feeling like I had a time clock where I needed to be worried about the things that I didn't have. Oh, sorry guys. Yes, the mosquitoes are doing their bits today and it is boiling. Yeah, the daunting fact of 30 hit me really hard because I was just like, I didn't feel like I was where I needed to be. My sense of self was really thrown off. I had a really hard, well, yeah, I had a really hard last 2 years and it just felt like loss after loss after loss. So I was just kind of like stuck in a sense, but I wasn't dealing with the issue. I was kind of trying to just rush past it. And when you come into spaces where it's just you're by yourself, and I think that's the main reason of listening to friends and family when they were telling me, oh, I need to go on this trip, because I was very close to backing out, guys. Very, very close. I almost didn't come on the trip and I would have hated that now, even thinking about it. But we get ourselves into these spaces where we overthink. I don't know if anybody else listening is like that, but you overthink yourself out of situations, experiences, being able to live in the moment like now. Because if you see the view that I am staring at, then it's like, wow, like this is God's creation. You're literally just a small part of such a bigger picture. And it sounds cheesy, it really does. Even sometimes when I hear myself say things out loud, I'm like, corny. But no, you are. And maybe that's why I really love being around nature more nowadays. Hate the creepy crawlies. That will never change. I'm so sorry. But it just gives you the freeing sense of self. Like, you're just out here. You're not, no one's judging you. Before I started wanting to come on and do this episode, I was like, oh no, I got to put on makeup. It's hot. My face is going to be sweating, all of these kind of stuff. And I was just like, why bother with all of those if I don't need to? I don't need to. I'm presenting myself in the way that I want to present myself. So for those who resonate, they resonate. For those who don't, then they don't. But yeah, going into 30, I know I just want to approach this new chapter, this new era as authentically as I possibly can. Like, I'm excited. And I was worried that I wouldn't be, honestly. Meeting the people I've met on this trip, seeing how easy life can be, how sometimes you can just take the smallest things for granted. It's made me really appreciate more of my life, I think. And I think that's what was missing, really. I'd fallen into the trap of not really recognizing my blessings. Like, I recognized some of them, but it wasn't like okay, my blessing was just the fact that I've managed to accomplish this small thing. It's like something big had to be happening all the time with my life, or I wasn't doing what I needed to do. So yeah, I'm stepping into 30 with a renewed sense of being able to get uncomfortable. And that's what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today. I want to push anyone that's watching this, whether you're young, you're getting up there in age, and that can be any sense of age, because people now who are like in their teens are feeling the pressure of needing things to be perfect to exist in their life or accomplish a certain goal or whatever. It doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to be yourself. And that's kind of where life is gonna bring its own beauty into it, because we are all uniquely different. And that's what we need to remember. We need to remember the power of us being different and not being exactly like the next person, because certain things happen for that person because they are the way they are. So try to remember that. Try to remember who you are. A little Lion King quote in there for those of us who are Disney kids. Try to remember who you are and bring that to the table. And show appreciation for the people around you, the people who truly support you and bring you and want to see you do better. There's so many people in the time that I've been off the short. No, it's not short. I'm not even going to kid you lot. In the time that I've been off, that I've been like, where's the next episode? What's happening? Why have we not heard anything? And you know, when you really underestimate whether or not people are paying attention, and then it's always the people that you never expect that are paying attention to what you're doing and supporting you, and realizing that it needs to be, not realizing, and reassuring you that they're there, they're watching, they're actively here for you if you need anything. Those are the people that I am so appreciative of, like, because certain times I'll just be like, oh, no one's paying attention. Why am I bothering with this, that? And that's where my issues come in. And I'm really working on it, guys. So stay with me. I'm coming. She's building on it. But yeah, she's had an amazing birthday trip. And I can only be excited, be curious about what 30 is going to have for me. So I truly, truly hope that anyone who is heading into a new era of their life, whether that be a new birthday, doesn't even need to be a milestone, but the next step and next formation of you. I hope that you are excited about it. And if you're not excited, definitely try and sit and see why you're not excited, because sometimes you may be overestimating what it is that is the cause of that. But on another note, where have I been? I don't know whether I want to address that in this episode or another episode, because summer was wild. She did her bits, but she truly enjoyed a little bit too much at times, but she enjoyed. It was good fun. I rarely let myself be free again with this trip. Figuring those steps out is becoming a current pattern of the season that I'm in. Being able to just be free. And I don't mean free as in the sense of, okay, I just don't tolerate shit. Definitely don't tolerate shit. But I'm someone that's very poised. I don't like to do things if I feel like they're not going to be done perfectly. And I get irritated very easily when they're not perfect. So it's probably one of my biggest hindrances, that and letting fear lead my life sometimes. But I'm talking to God and working through that with journaling to try and help myself go back and read and see how far I've come, because it really does truly help me to go back and see what I've gone through, what I've said. Because the other day I was journaling whilst I was here, and I managed to go back. My last journal entry was so very scary, and I really didn't like. I think that's what really brought to attention for me the big sinkhole that I was in. And so it was very important to me that I do go back and read those journal entries, because journaling, the big part of that is you're writing down your thoughts and how you're feeling in the moment. So whenever things happen, you can go back and be like, oh, okay, damn, like here I was saying I would never be able to get over this shit, and now look at me. So that was the beauty of that part of things, being able to see that. I was like, shit. And now look at you. You are in St. Lucia, in a pool, completely by yourself. You're not freaked out. You're not worried about why you don't have somebody in your life, or why this career is not working out, or why certain things is happening for you or hasn't happened for you yet. It's just there. You're just like, okay, this is me. This is how I am in this moment, and this is what it has to be. So yeah, I looked over those things. Definitely got sidetracked because I don't remember what I was talking about, because I knew I started with summer and then all of a sudden I'm talking about journaling. But stay with me, guys. Stay with me. No, she had a time this summer, and then the post-holiday depression really kicked in. And I'm working hard for it to obviously not be the case when I go home, because the UK at the moment is definitely not giving St. Lucia, so not that it ever does. But there we are. I'm really excited for how much freer I feel with myself. I think that's what I was trying to say to you guys. How free it feels to be able to let go of the standards that I have. Not standards, but the restrictions. That's the word I was looking for. The restrictions I have on myself to truly enjoy life. I was just having a talk actually with my driver as I was coming back up here. And he was just saying, you live every day. Okay, guys, so my SD card has just reminded me that I do not have the equipment that I usually do with me to film these things. But as this wasn't planned or anything, I just went with how I felt, and I decided to record the episode today for you guys. We're going with it. So I will end off with these things. she is enjoying the moment and allowing herself to be free. And I hope this touches someone to be able to loosen the restrictions they have on themselves. Let life happen to you, but also recognize that you don't necessarily need to skip past the emotions. You need to kind of sometimes sit in them, but not for too long. And that's something my mum's always said to me, just be aware of how long you may sit in those emotions. And sometimes solitude is the best thing that can happen for you. It gives you a moment to be free. It gives you a moment to sit with yourself. And it's something I've always not really understood about people who don't know how to be by themselves, because yes, having company is great, but enjoying your own company is also such an experience in itself, and it's such a blessing to be able to say, yes, you can be alone without being lonely. I've done so many things this trip by myself, which a year ago, even 6 months ago, I would never in a million years believe you if you'd have told me, oh, Nelly, you're going to be doing this by yourself, or oh, you would have gone on a solo trip by yourself. As much as I was planning it and doing all of these type of things, I would never have believed you. I wouldn't have. I really wouldn't have. Yeah, sorry guys. It just goes to show you that you just never know where life's going to take you. And as I was saying, my driver, as we were having a conversation about people supporting you and not supporting you. And it doesn't necessarily need to be a thing of wishing them bad, but just take note of it, separate yourself and move. But we can discuss that one more in another conversation. This was mainly about his advice to me about living. The quote he said to me was, we live every day and we die once. So I'm sharing it with you guys. I don't know if it's an out there quote or whatever, but it really puts things in perspective. We do live every day. And sometimes people say, oh yeah, you only live once. Yes, you do only live once. You only have experiences one time, and you can sit there and be like, oh, I wish I'd done this when I did that. Or you can go and do it and then see what happens. You never know what's going to happen. Obviously, within reason. Don't be taking my advice and then deciding to jump off a cliff and then blaming me, child. But yeah, if there is something you want to do, something you want to experience, then go ahead and do it. Because why not? And that is my sign off to you, nudists. I hope you have a great day. And I hope that you guys are still with me on this journey. I know I am such an inconsistent person at this point in time of my life, but I am working hard to change that. I really am. And I hope I have the support of you guys. So stay nude, stay yourself, and I'll see you on the next episode to Undress.